First, my presentation will be more in English. Yo, Rico, mana Jeremy? Jeremy is busy right now with production. I'm sorry. I'll be taking his place first.
Hey, don't worry, Rico. You can just do it in English. Everybody here is cool with it. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's good as well. Let me open up my screen. So I guess I want to touch upon on a bit of question that some people asked earlier on promoting the game, their own platform and their stream. So if you are streaming, I can recommend you guys to join in the Discord group called the Malaysia Streamer Group. You can actually find it on Discord. Not on Discord, on Google. They are easy to find. You can join in, you can network, you can find other fellow streamer, so that you can actually network and also build your own audience base as well. Okay, so now I'm here today to kind of just intro our game called Eximius Sister Frontline. We are from Ammobox Studio, so we are a local game development studio in Malaysia. So I would say this is the first kind of not MMO type. I'm sorry, my brain just froze a bit. This is the first FPS and RTS game that's multiplayer that's been launched in Malaysia right now. Oops. So as an introduction for myself, my name is Rico Ng. My designation is marketing executive, but that's just a short form that I find that it's easier to intro myself as. My official title at Ammobox is social media coordinator and community manager. It's a bit of a mouthful, but that is the full title. My nickname is also Riconator. You can find me on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. That is the branding I built myself. And that's, as I see the art side and the side, it's just basically what I portray myself as on my stream. A gun-loving guy. Okay. So as a general overview on what is Eximius, it's a hybrid of FPS and RTS that combines shooter gameplay with team strategic experience. So as a very short form, when you play the game, there is two modes that the player can experience. It's first-person shooter, like Call of Duty type, CSGO, Valorant, you go around and shoot down the enemy ground. Or you play as the commander, which you will gain as a more strategic view. You build the base, you build unit, and you support your fellow officers on ground, and you let to gain control of the battle. Let me open the chat as well. Sorry. There we go. Okay. So I have a trailer here to kind of give an overview on the gameplay and how it feels like. Okay, so let's take a quick look. I will mute down the volume a bit and also share my audio now. Okay. Let's...
Bravo in position. On your mark. Get ready.
Okay. So apology on the lag that is on Zoom issue. So if anyone want to watch the trailer again without the lag, you can watch it on YouTube. You can just search up Eximius the Frontline, the official trailer. So I saw that some people actually asked, where's the game available? The game is available on Steam itself. And as a good news, we're actually having a free weekend right now. You can play for free. You can invite your friend in and play together with them. So it's free weekend. It goes until tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Officially until our Tuesday 10 a.m. But people will be sleeping. So you can play for free. You can try it out. We are also having 20% discount. That's why it's like 40 ringgit right now. Okay. So as you see earlier, there are a few type of units inside the game. We have two factions. Basically the Exeron and GSF. The Exeron industry are quite robotic, futuristic type. GSF is quite similar to a normal Marines unit in any game you will see. So I have another video on the show, but I'm not sure if I should show since of the lag issue. This shows the 3 faction division that each of the faction would have, but I'm only showing for one side of it. Good morning. Hi. Good morning. Good morning, Rush. So as I present, I will actually be reading the chat a bit. So I'll still respond slowly, bit by bit, one by one, to any that I catch. Okay. So let's take a quick look at this video. I'll show maybe half of it. The rest, maybe I'll just post the link here as well. So that is kind of like just a general overview on the faction division. So each faction on for both faction Extron and GSF, there is different division inside that have quite a different gameplay that requires you to understand how it works, so you can actually command and utilize all of them freely and more efficiently. So as you join in the game, if you go in at the lobby side, right? A player will have to choose to be either officer or commander. So the commander is the only player in the team out of 5 that will be able to go into the RTS mode, which is the hybrid of RTS and FPS. So that commander will be playing in either full FPS or RTS is fine. They can swap around or just be only in RTS mode as a commander to build the base and just supply unit out to be able to support your crew out. So the other 4 will be in full FPS mode. By Mikdam, what is RTS? RTS real-time strategy. Basically, you'll be building base like in Command and Conquer and StarCraft type. So that's why you'll be able to, we call it the FPS RTS game, because one player from each team will be the commander in RTS mode to help out. Let me see the chat a bit. I personally, when I stream F1 game, my stream lag and suggestion is because of the game. That one may be because of the game or your computer can't support the CPU load, because streaming takes a lot of CPU load. So if you have not high enough for CPU, right, or your hertz, it will cause some load. So it's best if you lower down the setting a bit. So this is a general view on for the officer side. You know, you can see your map, you have resources, and then you have your shield. So officer will have shield that will regenerate every time after it's depleted. Or they have your health, which you need to go to a supply box or a ammo crate to able to resupply yourself. So I won't go too detailed into the UI because it's just I just want to show a brief of it on the side. So next is officer basic. There's armory, right? So armory is a structure or on external side a unit that can be deployed out by the commander. So if you need armory out in the battlefield, right, you need to tell your commander you need an armory. So he built it out and deploy them as strategic point around the map, so the officer can go to it and resupply instead of running all the way back to base, so that they can continue fighting consistently. When I stream other game is fine. Only when I stream F1 game I stream next. That one I would seriously think is a game side issue, because for my side as well, there are certain games that when I stream myself would lag due to the CPU load. So this is the armory log. If you open up, there is 3 weapon slot. As you see, there's a primary weapon slot, secondary, and equipment. Equipment are generally items you bring in as a subsidiary or to complement the battlefield. Let's say you realize the enemy are using a lot of marines or infantry units, then you buy something that complement it to actually take it down properly. Or if they are using a lot of armor unit, you buy something to take down armor. So the equipment slot is where you decide on what you decide based on the enemy action, so you can react to it properly. Any feature or scenery of Malaysia? Currently, no, not in specific. We definitely want to, but we don't have any right now. So this is basic team resource basis. So as you see on the above minimap, right, there's like 3 resource type. This is very important for officer and the commander, because the officer need to make sure your commander have resource so he can support you in the battlefield itself. So you get these resources, right, from capturing points, control points on the map, as you can see here. You go around, you'll be able to lock down the resources so that your commander can actually help you fight. They also include Hutang, Tropical, Harimau. Actually, make them. The good thing is we actually have, it's not an animal, but we have one of the Harimau skin. It's a cosmetic for the GSF faction. If you equip it, you will have like kind of a tiger pattern on your suits. Is there plan for this to be in esports scenes for in the future? We have plans for this to be in esports scenes. We are trying to run quite a few tournaments. We are planning monthly. It's still in planning. We have one more in we'll be announcing today, which is going to be open for US region. Actually, it's open for worldwide, but the server when we play for this specific tournament that we are announcing soon, it's going to be in US region. So if you want to join, it's still possible, but then you'll be playing in about 100 to 200 plus ping. So you might be in a disadvantages compared to the US players. Objective of the game, capture flag, search and destroy. The objective of the game, to answer to Muhammad Fawaz, is to basically, I'll go back a bit. You see up here, right, you see the point. As you control the control point A, B, or C, if you have more, if you have one or you have 2, right, the enemy point will deplete. Your objective is to make their point deplete until 0, or you can destroy their base, which is quite difficult and quite tough. I would actually recommend not to do that because of what we have the base defense system right now. So if you go around, you have the capture point like this, such as this. That we have 4 type of point. There's the victory point, which is basically there's 3 A, B, and C. And then there's resources like currency, power, and supply. Is it contain many modes like team deathmatch or etc? To answer that, we currently only have 2. One is the default play, Basically, you play until the enemy team, their victory point is at 0, or currently we just added a new one, just launched 3 days back. It's called Annihilation. You basically have to fight until someone's base get destroyed. We actually saw a game, someone actually, a team of, they played this skirmish, right, against AI. They call it the marathon run. It lasted for 4 hours. They purposely drag out and see how they can push the game until the absolute limit, which is extremely interesting to see actually. So this is a full picture of kind of the entire battle, you know. As you see, as you open up as a FPS player or RTS, you can open the map. You can see the enemy officer that has been detected that someone can see. You can see the armory that sorry, can't see your screen. Can someone confirm that is my screen up? Because I'm quite sure I'm screen sharing right now. It's up, right? Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks. So you can see that where is your general entire battlefield, what's going on at all time if you open the map, the victory point you have, and then the resource point you have, and also the structure that's been deployed, and even the armory that's been set up by your commander, so you can actually quickly identify it and go to it to secure yourself. Other bootcamp for the game itself, yes, there is a bootcamp, or we call challenge mode, where if you join in, the game will kind of give you some challenges to complete in the set environment or scenery. So you have to try, it helps you understand the game as well and how each weapon and battlesuit works. So team communication, there are a few ways. You can either join in a Discord chat with your friends, which is the easiest way. There's the in-game voice channel that we realize not everyone is using right now. We are trying to push it out that the system is available, you can use it. There's general chat message, and also what we put in also ping system. You can put you want to go here, you spotted someone, there's objective here, you need healing, you can actually ping it up using the Z key as a commander, or you use the middle mouse click. You can remap all this control anytime you want. Graphic, Muhammad Azum, can you kind of like, what do you mean by graphic, the question? I can already imagine the ping spams. Actually, no, you don't see ping spam that much in the game. So we are quite grateful of our community for being good players and not toxic. So next is battlesuit basics. In the game, right, currently we have 4 pair of battlesuits. So 4 per each faction, Extron and GSF. Each battlesuit brings in a better capability that is different and add on to your better capability in the game itself. So I have a short video just showing 2 of the suits itself. So let's just go into it real quick. Yeah, let's see. In-game graphic lava ka. The in-game graphic itself, I would say it's quite good, but it's definitely not AAA quality, I would say, because we are still considered indie game studio, so we do not have the capacity right now to create until the graphic is such a high-end one. And because if you do so, right, it requires heavy optimization to run on any other random PC as well. How many players are there per team? There are 5 per team. So it will be a 5v5. If you do not have enough player to fit in 5 slots, there will be AI inside, which the commander can actually kind of dictate slightly. You can tell them to go here, go there, capture and such, but you can't like full micromanage them. What game engine you guys using? Yes, currently we are using Unreal for the game engine. Version 4.23, if I remember correctly. So I'll just continue a bit. I think I'll be, oh, sorry, it's playing again. So now, earlier I've been always showing kind of the FPS one. Right now, I'll give a brief view on the commander mode. So as if you are a commander, you can go into the RTS mode, which is basically the base building mode, commander view. You press Q, you hop in. At any time of the game, you can press Q, hop out, go into FPS mode, right? And you run out into battle to join your officer. But it's a very risky move because if you get killed off, you cannot go into commander mode again. You have to wait until you respawn. So your main role is to support your officer. You make sure they have the units to support them, to repel any attacks and defend point. You can train units to manage your base, engineers, scouts, phalanx troops to kind of lock down the area and coordinate attack. You need to communicate with your officer, right? Because you are the commander, so the commander title is not just for show. You need to make sure you coordinate attack throughout your officers. You tell them to specific officer to go to point A, to secure a point, and also make sure they know that when to retreat, because as a commander, right, you see the battlefield from the top. You know what's going on. So you need to let them know what's happening at all time to support them. As a basic, as you go into any RTS view, right, you can see you have your map. Near your minimap, you can drop a beacon or ping. You let them know if an armory is here. If you drop a beacon, they will see it on their overlay. They can always go back to it easily. You can base build. This is the ability that the commander will have, which is unlockable and also be upgraded based on the ability itself specifically. So as you see, if you are out, officer and is out, right? This is something that not everyone is know. You can actually revive an officer, or you quicken up the respawn time by using credit, using officer credit. So that's roughly the end of my presentation. So I'll spend most of the time now just answering some questions. And this is our Discord. You can join in. There's always player looking for games. You can just hop in. Just say you are looking for games and such. People will just gladly join you as well. So as the commander, you can train unit in their office all day around, or other units or AI control. Okay, the units that is trained out is all commanded and managed by the commander. Okay, the AI officer is AI controlled. But the unit you train out, right? If you put them to a spot, if you just leave them be, if they get attacked, they will automatically look for cover to kind of not die off that quickly. Any free 30 days for Eximius trial, no time to act down and play. Currently, we do not have it, but you can always feel free to send us any email that you are looking for, kind of what we call the press key. You can just drop in. We'll send it out to our PR team. They can just drop it out. Don't be sure to drop the link here. Okay, I'll just drop the link here. For any information you want to ask, right, or stuff, you can also email to us, which is info. So Circle Playlist is really interesting. We want to come. We'll gladly try it out soon. Thank you, Roger. At Ammo email. Yes, you can send out to info. You can say you are looking for some press key. We call it press key. We will forward it out to our PR team and we see how it goes around. What server using? Worry about ping. So Malfabas, don't worry about the server. We have 3 regions, mainly Europe, Asia, and US. So based on the server you join, the Asia server you get about 30 to 50 ping. Europe you'll be at 30, and US will be at around 200, close to 250 at times. But if you are playing in as a commander, right, you can play in all 3 regions. the lag is not substantial, you can actually play it just fine. If you are in commander mode. Is this game available on console? Sadly, the game is not available on console right now. There is no plan for to be on console yet. We don't have a port plan. Because currently we want to focus on PC first to flesh out the game. If it's polished enough, if there's proper demand, we might consider it. Any streamer play this game, stream this game already? It's not very active, but we have a few content creators already pumping up some content for the video. You can actually see quite clear, easily on YouTube as well. And because for the free weekend, we also market out to a lot of content creator to let them know that the game is free right now. You can hop in at any time. You can get a session in. You can stream it. You can also create a quick video if they would like. Kat mana stream ka? You can. People are actually streaming this that we have found are mostly on Twitch right now. Facebook we haven't seen any stream, but it's just usually just video for now. If there are no other questions, I can actually cover a bit on streaming in general because I stream for fun. So if you are streaming, right, I will recommend you to kind of turn off your the live viewer count, so you do not get too obsessed with the number. You should just be streaming for fun. If there's interaction, you just chat with them, like how I am now, right? As I'm presenting, right, I'm always still kind of reacting to chat. If there's any movement, you should just respond, be more friendly, ask how are their days and such. Legal game PC board content. Mustaqim, Akim, can you rephrase your question? I don't fully understand it. Do you have any upcoming tournament for this game? We have one coming out soon. Full details will be announced early in the week. It will be in a few days' time. Also, the announcement is coming out today. It will be announced on our Steam post, our Facebook, and our Twitter. True facts record. Thank you for backing me up. Yeah, stream for fun. Okay. If a new streamer need to hide the viewer, if not, yes, because for any new streamer, you can expect your first few stream to be on 0 to 1 viewers. The 1 viewer most of it will be yourself because you are monitoring your own stream as well. Recommended specs to play in 1080p 60 FPS. Okay, recommended specs, right, to play at that also depends on the game setting you have in the game. You can put to medium. For the spec on this, I would suggest at least an i5 for consistent 60 FPS, and i5 with at least 1060 to 1070 minimum. That's the spec to run this. RAM, like 8 gig is fine. Minimum GPU, yeah, minimum I would say 1060, GTX 1060 minimum. Anything lower, you have to put to low game setting to get consistent 60 FPS, I would say. Other game to Steam. Yes, the game is available on Steam. Also available on Humble Bundle, but the sales currently is only available on Steam itself. Don't download when came. Thank you for the support, Saifuddin. Appreciate it. Is it okay if Ryzen 5 3600X with RTX 3070? Your spec is quite good, so I would say actually it's possible to run at even on high setting to get 60 FPS. 1050 GTX boleh kah? 1050 definitely is playable on the game itself, but I would say, I'm sorry, excuse me, some of the graphics setting you need to tune down a bit. How big of a team are you guys? Okay, our team size currently including HR part and myself. I'm not actively in the development team. I'm in the marketing side, so I am not in development as in coding, doing the art. There's 13 or 14 of us right now. How much? If you refer to the game price, the current price because of discount is 41 ringgit. Due to localized pricing. So in Malaysia, it's cheaper. It's about 51 ringgit if it's on full price right now. Oh, that's cool. I have a dream to start development to it. You can always start. You can always start. How big is the game file? Thank you for Matrai for helping me answer. It's about to dig it right now. What's your guys' goal or maybe milestone? Okay, our goal, well, this any games developer goal is to be as big as EA, to as big as what Valorant is right now, and to be able to see consistent. And our milestone, right, is to have consistent player coming in, and we can run monthly tournament consistently that be able to gain viewership, you know, because that is definitely a milestone and goal for us. Is it free right now? Yes, it's free right now. You can. It's only free for a while. It's not you can get it for free and it's permanent. It's free weekend. We call it. You can just download and play until officially until 10 p.m. PT. So it's about 7 a.m. to Tuesday for us. How many player or AI ratio recently in a single game or match? Is it possible for you to rephrase it? I'm not quite sure. Muhammad Nur Harif, does Ammobox Studio currently hiring workers? I am not quite sure itself, but you can always feel free to send in your portfolio, your resume, your CV over to info@ammobox.com. We will definitely look into it. Anyone who missed it, I will type it out here again. Aren't there any storyline-based game that's being planned? Currently, okay, we have a story-based DLC in plan, but I can't say like when is it coming or will be available. That one will be more on single player. You just go in, you experience, it will just kind of tell you the story and some lore behind the game itself. On the way download, thank you for the support. Can purchase first, download later. Muhammad Hamad, if you have the game, yeah, you can definitely purchase first and download later. Because it's on Steam, right? You can press buy, it will sit in your library, you can download anytime you want. I feel like I missed something earlier that I forgot. Let me see. No, I do not see it. Thanks for the info. Welcome, welcome. We have 5 more minutes. Already buy premium pack just now. Oh, Rasis, thank you, thank you. If you buy the premium pack, you actually get access. You can actually get our OST as well, which people really love. Okay, guys are cool. I thought I should be there. Thank you for support. How long has this game been in development and what game engine is it used on? So the game engine, someone asked earlier, is on Unreal Engine, fully in Unreal Engine from the start, right? And how long has this game in development is a tricky question. Officially, only 2 years, but the game prototype, right, has been developed by the owner, Jeremy Zafri, and I forgot one more guy because I've never met him before, but 3% as like kind of on and off as a side project for close to, I think now if you count out the official years, right, it will be 10 years already. Because they started off as kind of like a side project. They do it on the side. They have a full-time job. They do it when they have free time only. Is there a bug in that game? Bug definitely exists, yes. Like there are times, right? I would say this, we are still fixing this. The AI commander AI officer can get stuck if you build your base a bit too cluttered. They might not be able to find their way out. So the current quick fix is when you are a commander and you build a base, leave some empty space so the officer can move around, or they might get stuck, you know. Are you guys going to make your own engine for the game? No, we are not going to make our own engine for the game, because using Unreal is quite efficient and the team is proficient in the engine itself. So creating an engine newly and specifically for the game, right, or even to enhance the game will be inefficient, because we have to put our existing items all over to our new engine that we make and make sure that engine actually works fine as well. If it doesn't work fine, then it's basically wasted effort right there. How many team spends to make this game? If you're asking as in currency, I am actually not sure. I'm not sure. With Sinkame in depth video on playing Commander, Kaskin can really play very statistic. I can maybe speak to him. We'll see if he's interested in doing that. I will check with him. Is there any incoming DLC after this? Any incoming if we are making DLC, as in specific DLC that people have to buy, or even just download as a add-on content, will be just currently in planning is the story-based DLC. Will this game be released on PS5? No, there is current no plan for any PS or console release in general. I think I missed this earlier, but can the commander himself come down and enter FPS mode? Yes, he can, but it's highly risky. So at any time, right, a commander can switch between RTS, which is commander view, and FPS mode. At any time in game, they can do that to join the fight. But I personally would not do that, because if I go out to FPS mode and I get killed off, I basically lose my ability to support my team, because I can no longer go into commander mode until I respawn. So if you are in late game, an extra FPS officer on ground, right, is very helpful. But then if you die off, it's about 30 seconds of downtime for commander, which is very detrimental to your team fight. I think that's cover about most of the question available here. You guys can join. Thank you for having me post that up. Zikri. Guys, super great game. Keep it up. Eximius. Thank you. We'll keep it up. We have a lot of content that's planning. We have battle suits coming out that are still in development and such. And definitely you can join in the Discord. We'll be announcing information there. Have a chat with us. And we definitely are trying to have esports tournament coming out more frequently. I think my time slot is coming out, so I'll be stopping my screen share. Admin.
Hello.
Thank you for having me, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Rico, for that amazing sharing session on Ammobox Studio's very own Eximius Sees the Front Line. Right? If you guys are interested to actually grab it, be sure to actually check the Steam store as well. You can actually play it for free for a period of time, and then you can have to purchase it itself. And thank you so much for all your amazing support. If you have more inquiries, feel free to actually contact Mr. Rico himself at Ammobox Studios. They have their very own Facebook page. Even the Eximius Sees the Front Line has its own page as well, so you can actually DM right there. And Rico and his whole team will be more than happy to actually respond to all your inquiries. Now, as he mentioned just now, this is the very first ever hybrid RTS/FPS game where you have the opportunity. Here's the thing. This game is a 5v5 where at the end of the day, you still have to appoint one of your teammates to end up being a commander. It is not an easy task because I've played this game a number of times. So every time I get thrown to become a commander, it is not easy because as a commander, you can end up being an officer at the same time. So you can either shoot and also plan out how to build buildings and unit, all right? If you guys are interested to know more, check out the game itself and purchase it. Be sure to play with some friends and families. All right. So thank you so much, Mr. Rico. And of course, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, to continue our journey here at the Creative Content Streaming Program 2021, we are going to be hearing from none other than Mr. Desmond Lee from App Explore to actually talk about App Explore games coming up next. All right.